I actually happened to be having this conversation at the beach, so blame the waves for this one. But if you're afraid about AI taking your job, or anything that in relation to like fears of the future reality we could be living in, and kind of knowing that big tech is like planning on leaving at least 60% of us behind, wherever like behind is, I just want to tell you this right here. There's going to be this crazy rush to create the first best AI, and I'm telling you right now, it's just military weapons and slaves. As a regular person, you have to worry about staying alive and making sure that you still have access to your autonomy and your humanity. That's it. You don't need to get rich. You don't need a crypto scam. You don't need a nothing. Chill. Focus on your healthcare. Focus on if you have housing. Focus on the family and the network, that people that you love, and make sure that they can be taken care of in this time. But realize, for most of us, we're going to be living through depression-like times. But if you can already prepare for lesser quantity of things in the world, meaning you have to put more intention, more quality into what you do, you're going to be all right. It's just going to be like a loading period for the next world that comes up. Now, things are scary because for the tech companies, they don't want to get left behind because they know they have so much money and so many investors. If you fail this era, whether it's creating an AI software or hardware, whatever it is, you're going to be done. Like, not only will you like lose, like your company's going to lose this race, you're going to lose your company. That's why people are trying to hyperscale and blitzscale. And I even think, I'm going to talk about Google a lot with that VEO3. I think Google dropped that strictly because they knew they were going to go out of business if they didn't come up with some like radically revolutionary shit to get people to say, what the hell did Google just do? I'm telling you right now, because AI eliminated the need for you to go and need to search. I mean, yes, you're putting in queries and prompts, but like traditional search, and they didn't even innovate that. They just like sat there and kind of like dominated the fuck out of the whole search monopoly or whatever, that the ad space. But not to get too far off the point that I'm trying to get to is that for regular people, please learn this technology, understand it, develop a relationship with it that's not like too parasocial, but please like understand that this is a technology that is going to be integrated whether you like it or not. It's best to get to know it in a little bit. And, you know, it'd be better if you could figure out what life you want to live and how it could help you do that rather than it replacing you being a human being in this life. We say that to say the biggest tech companies, the biggest tech companies that are coming out of not this era necessarily, but the next 10, 20 years, I'm thinking, I don't know how time's going to work because this shit is freaking optimizing itself 50, 100x every year. The biggest tech companies will be the ones that cannot create the best AI because that's just the best service, the best way to serve a customer with AI. It's going to be the people that can create the most attractive ecosystems of AI systems, of tools, of human skills, of emotions, of culture, and get the most people to subscribe to that reality. And through the collective belief in that reality, get them or this to make it real. And the world will be led by the ecosystems that can retain and leverage attention and belief of the people at mass most effectively. That's it. That's the end stage of all this shit. Or we can go to war with each other until there is no human beings anymore. And then the only thing that people have of us is like that idiotic Jeff Bezos 10,000 year clock. Hopefully that burns too. But this is why, and I'm so glad, honestly, like, this is why I'm even creating my own platform. And I'm just going to be the charlatan of this until, you know, you guys tell me that it's just a horrible idea. Because I think this Web 2, or like this kind of current iteration of the internet that we're living in, it was one where it's like, okay, yeah, it connects the world together, but we're connected together based on like individually accessing the internet through these profiles and then connecting with each other one-to-one, like all the time. But it's not really a place to where you can get with like the sole purpose of collaborating to be a part of bigger shit than just like yourself or your own individual profile. And so that's why I think we're all in like this crabs in a bucket mentality, whether it's like trying to claw for likes or views or whatever, to be seen, validated maybe, instead of thinking, well, you know, if I and these other users get together and we work on some project together, and they're this, they play this role, they play this role, I play this role, and we don't all have to be the captain of the ship, maybe we could be recognized for how valuable it is, the work that we're doing and the machine that we've created. And then appreciate the fact that, hey, we don't all have to be the rock star or the president of the show to be able to be felt and as validated and seen as we wanted to individually. And it feels a lot better, a lot more rewarding to do this with people that we care about and to do with people that we love and to be appreciated by these people at the same time. Reinforcing just like how much of this life experience, yes, you're accessing it individually, but you can't do it to at least the fullness of your potential alone. So I run that back in the direction of saying, for the tech companies that have built themselves up to this point, a lot of them are going to have to do mergers. Like, I believe that Instagram is going to end up merging with Spotify, and they're going to merge with like some other company. I don't know if it's going to be like banking or some shit, but there's going to be Instagram or Meta, Spotify, and a third or a fourth company will all merge together, and they're going to try to like transform what they're called like a cultural conglomerate or some bullshit. But you know, they don't give a fuck. They're just going to put AI artists and just ruin the whole meaning of art and culture. Simply because all of these older companies, just like the internet is like an individual experience or was an individual experience, a lot of these companies are just like hyper grand scaled tools. Like me giving you a pencil or like scissors, and then me saying, well, I own this and I sold it to you, so let me see how many people I can sell it to. And then now I'm the seller of pencils or like stickers or some shit to all these people. And since I own the business, like, oh, I'm so good at it, but it's going to be difficult for me to expand beyond this point if I don't find a way to partner with school supplies or teachers or schools or whatever the fuck it is. I'm getting a little off the point here. I apologize for that. Sometimes I feel like I got to over-explain myself. But those tech companies that I told you, they're going to start merging. They're sacrificing employees right now. They're going to integrate AI. They're going to realize that they can't run these huge companies with that low number of employees and AI, because AI is not as good as they thought it was going to be as quickly as they thought it was going to be. So then they're going to start merging these giant fucking corporations together and creating these ridiculously sized monopolies, like Gilded Age level monopolies in industry. And again, regular, like poor people, unless we're all slaves at that point, I can't give you any advice for that shit. I got too much Nat Turner and Harriet Tubman in my veins to even accept American slavery in this life, for myself at least. But for the rest of us who feel like we have something to contribute, it's going to be figuring out how we can almost like humanize AI enough to level ourselves with it. So then we can co-create a reality with it that allows people to subscribe not just their money, but their energy and their belief into. And I'm telling you, it's not that AI is going to be religion. You're going to have to create a reality that is believable as religion. But now you're going to be able to have the technology to almost like produce that reality or visuals of that reality to help make that even more believable, that vision even more believable. And because of like the socialized schizophrenia that I keep on talking about, the general world will be so experimental and so just like fucked up in between not understanding what is real and what is fake because of like this whole AI video shit. You're gonna have to fuck it.